Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
33-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
30-yard line.
77.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Pierce. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dameon Pierce, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
First and 10. At the road, 30 yards line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Play action now. Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he gets this up past the 40.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And unable Connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Chuck here on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's good.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
19 Lions. Ready, right?
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's underneath to Pierce. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Blue. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And it's 3rd down.
Tap the 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
Back to to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Bronco, let's go.
They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes...
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert. They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, did you taught me when broadcasting games what we're supposed to avoid? And that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Looking to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's 4th. And he's got this down to the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Ready.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Gotta be lying. Ready.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Saints nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 62 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Saints 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Tackle made right up midfield. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and 49-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Play fake. Shuck.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for the Saints.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
3-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on the receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Play action. Shuck. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, I took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Finds Pickens out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Come on, come on.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw here. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And now we get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 70, 19, 18.
Play action now. Shuck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marquise Bell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. He'll try to do it himself. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get it. Go.
Pierce now up the middle. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's a gain of 18.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
19, right, 19.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 24.
Saints 14. Brandon Aubrey.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready? Back to 60.
Shuck now to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. He's across midfield. big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson, 60 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Cowboys 38, Saints 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want ball victim.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. He'll look to throw. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. Dances by him. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Shuck. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On play action, Shock. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
From what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Operating from the gun, here's Shock. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
They will start this drive with Ford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. Second and 9.
The 22-yard line.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Tough spot here. Third down and 11. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. The return man, Wilson.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense and get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Up to the 20.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a Saints first down.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. Go.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Shuck here on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Dallas.
Looking to throw. They fights him off.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal calls would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
go, here we go. Bronco 80.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Aubrey now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Cowboys 45, Saints 20. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and 9 here.
Here we go, here we go. Warrior 70.
Now Shuck. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
79 Bronco.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Room here to run. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Two. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Mustang 19, Cougar 19, go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll go with the Bucs as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Panther 11. 11. Chapter 11.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
Well, Martin, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tag! Cowboy 80.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Zombie Nation.